I have basically two different ways of reloading a revolver. One's more classic and one is more modern. And also, I'm a right-handed shooter. I'm also larger than average. So with that comes some advantage, some disadvantage. There might be something that I'm going to show that I can accomplish that you might not be able to. I doubt it, but I'm just going to throw that out there. I am definitely interested in feedback, though, if there's a different way of doing things. I love knowing how to do the same task from different angles. So let's talk about reloading a revolver. So this is a snub nose 6-shot Model 10. This was worked on by Dave Laubert. It's a cool revolver. With pretty much every snubby that I have wad cutters loaded into the gun. Wad cutters are not velocity dependent. This little tiny barrel does not do me any favors when it comes to assisting in velocity. So wad cutters work well. So my first way of doing the reload is the classic method. And that is I'm hitting the cylinder release with my right-hand thumb. Left hand comes over, opens it up, and basically takes control and takes over the revolver. My thumb and my index finger are in complete control of the cylinder. I'm not letting it rotate. I have complete control over its orientation. That opens up my right hand to do all the fine-tuned little reloady things. That also means that ammunition needs to be a little bit more favored to my right-hand side with this method. So I can do individual rounds, I can do speed strips, I can do quick strips, I can do speed loaders, you name it. It's all done by this hand with this method. The other method is starting the same way. The difference, though, is I'm not going to be swapping hands. So essentially, my left thumb is going to be pressing on the cylinder release. Index finger is going to be applying pressure to open up the cylinder. Now, if for some reason that my index finger cannot do that, left hand can come over and assist and pop it open. If the gun's dirty, if it's jammed, if there's some malfunction occurring, nothing wrong with doing that. However, I need to get that left hand free as soon as possible because this is what's going to be accessing my ammunition. With this also, I place my index finger through the gap, through the hole there, and it is now in control of the cylinder, not letting it rotate. And this is a little bit of a combination of the old school and new school. Left hand is accessing all my ammunition. And again, loose rounds, speed loaders, etc. Also favoring with this method, I'm favoring ammunition on my left-hand side. So let's get into the different methods of doing these reloads. Now, I am carrying wad cutters in the gun, and due to the shape, it's not going to be the quickest thing to thread the needle if I'm trying to reload these really fast, especially if I'm using a speed loader where I'm doing 6 at a time. And so what's probably going to happen is this is going to move real smooth. Reality doesn't work this way. Add a little bit of stress and see, yeah, that took a half second, but it's not the most conducive. The conical shape of a jacketed hollow point, however, allows you to do 6. Oh, see, it was that easy. 6 rounds real fast. I am less concerned about the terminal effects after I reload. I need to get the ammunition in, and I am willing to take that. I'm willing to sacrifice that slight effect on the round and the expansion to get that reload. If I could reload wad cutters super fast, I would be carrying reloads in any of my speed loader things. Also, all the rounds I'm carrying in my revolvers and all the rounds that I'm using in this demo are high desert cartridge. So let's get into a couple of the different methods of carrying additional ammunition for a revolver. Speed strips. This is a Bianchi speed strip. This is old. I'm surprised it hasn't fallen apart yet. 6 rounds. And basically the idea behind this is going 2 at a time, snap off, turn the rotate the cylinder 2 more, rotate 2 or 2, however you do it. Yeah. Quick strips by Tough Products. So they come in a couple different sizes, which is really nice. Not only calibers, but also increments. So this is 8 rounds. I could have it straight 8. Nothing wrong with carrying 8 rounds. But having it in 2x2s allow me to more conveniently load 2 at a time. One of the things about this also is these quick strips, speed strips, they're compact, they're light, they're easy. With practice, you can get real fast with them. But going 6 at a time is going to be faster. Now, Zeta Zeta 6 has some cool things. So this is closer in line with a speed strip or a quick strip, where you have this cool pattern. The cool pattern is conducive to loading 3 rounds at a time. Nothing to it. And then once 3 are in, put in the other 3. As a matter of fact, I guess I'll show you. Yeah, throw in 3, snap it off, put in the other 3. Nothing to it. Zeta also does these cool, it's kind of a combination of a quick strip or a speed strip and a speed loader. You have 6 at a time. They also come in flavors of 5 at a time for like your J-frames. But similar idea. You line them up, you put them in, and you snap that sucker off, throw this guy away, and you now have a loaded, you have 6 rounds loaded simultaneously, just like a speed loader. Now we have our HKSs, which HKSs are solid. They've been around forever, as well as the 5 stars. I have a bunch of the HKSs and the 5 stars. The thing about these, though, is they have this knob at the end that requires some rotation. If you don't have control of the cylinder and you rotate the knob, everything's just going to be free-flowing like this. So rounds are now inserted. I'm not going to be in control of the cylinder right now, and I'm just going to try to release the rounds, and I can't because there's no resistance to that rotation. The minute I add that rotation or add resistance, and I can rotate the knob, it releases the rounds. I just reloaded 6 at a time because that's what speed loaders do. That's what heroes do. Also have like the forward release Safariland Comp 2s. These have been really cool. They're compact, they're light, nothing to it, and it's just a quick snap. With the forward pressure, there's a little button in the center right there. But do that, throw this away. Again, you just reloaded 6. Now, all the ones that I've shown, these are things that I just keep in a pocket. They don't need any special pouches. Having a special pouch is nice. It allows for easier orientation and access, but they're pretty rugged. The Speed Bees are super fast. They're also a forward release. The problem with the Speed Bees, though, is it's easy to have rounds get stripped off the speed loader just because it is so fast. It's a great design, but it's just not great to just have in a pocket. Another great option, moon clips, if you can use them. Moon clips. However, in a pocket, they might bend, might break. So all these are options that I carry regularly or I train with. One of the most satisfying aspects of using, and for me, enjoyable aspects of using a revolver is the reload, because it takes some focus and some skill, and it's a good time. If you haven't tried out revolvers, if you don't have one, highly recommend to get one. Try it out, become proficient. Being proficient doesn't mean you're necessarily carrying it if you don't want to. Yeah, there are all kinds of things that you can carry. But it's just one more thing to add to your proficiency. And if you can shoot a double action revolver well, hell, if you can shoot a double action revolver with a dot well, you can shoot pretty much anything well. So that's all, just some of these little tiny basic things that might slip through the cracks. And it's just fun to talk about because, again, a lot of the content out there might be drinking from the fire hose, and these little tiny concepts that we take for granted, that we have ingrained, not everyone knows because we don't talk about them. So that's all. I'll talk to you later.